The government is back open, but key reports from the Bureau of Labor Statistics are still on hold, still leaving questions about the job market, unemployment rate, and December's Federal Reserve meeting. Joining us to break down what we know and why it matters is Bankrate economist Sarah Foster. Good to see you, Sarah.
Great to be here. Thank you for having me this morning, Mary.
And can you talk about the backlog of data and when the reports could be released?
Of course, it's a little bit unprecedented here. It's been over 2 months since we had a readout on the job market. It's been about a month exactly since we last got our most official economic report, which was the Consumer Price Index. I compare it a bit to, coming back to your desk after a couple weeks off of vacation. You have a backlog of emails to get to, and everybody's waiting for you to get a response, but it takes some time. And of course, the Bureau of Labor Statistics was also dealing with a staffing shortage. At this point, we know that the next jobs report, which was, of course, the September report, that'll be released tomorrow. And then we're still waiting to hear about, of course, what happens with the October jobs report and then the October CPI report and whether they could be released at all.
Bankrate has warned that the next jobs report could show a shift in the labor market. What specifically are you watching for when that data finally comes out, and how does that affect everyday workers?
We know that something maybe had happened in the job market in the couple weeks that we had that data blackout. We know this because some private sector data started to reveal that the job market maybe was losing steam. We had three key reports showing here recently that job cuts happened in October. That's, of course, ADP, Revelio Labs, and then the Challenger Gray and Christmas report. The challenge, though, is tracing what those reports mean for the broader market. Whether layoffs are happening in the aggregate is only a question we can really answer once we get those federal statistics. And the way that this impacts workers is this economic data is crucial for businesses to make future decisions, especially about payroll, raises. We're coming up on the annual review season for many workers here. We ran a survey at Bankrate that found that the highest share of workers in 3 years, 42%, didn't get a raise. That was up from 36% last year.
The Federal Reserve has been widely expected to cut rates again in December, but now it looks like a coin flip. What's driving that hesitation among Fed officials?
It's really the Fed being caught between a rock and a hard place. Inflation is also increasing too, and we have even less data about what's happening with prices over the past few months as the shutdown happened. Many Fed officials, even those on the dovish side of the committee who were the ones preferring rate cuts, are starting to say that they're a little bit hesitant to give the economy more stimulus if it could risk prices going up even further. Of course, the Fed will be closely watching this next jobs report coming out tomorrow, and hopefully once we start to get some more data on the economy.
Bankrate economist Sarah Foster, thank you so much for taking some time to talk to us this morning. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.